Today we talk about public speaking skill, okay, and ways to overcome public speaking. The fear of public speaking. This has been a challenge to so many persons. They really want to know do I go about how do I go about public speaking? How can I overcome it? How can I be the best? And what led me to write this article on Spotile was I was a speaker at a conference. It was a business conference. So after speaking, I think 2 days afterwards, I received a text. Of course, after speaking, there's a place of networking and events where people want to have an handshake with you, get a number, and all of that. So after all of that, 2 days afterwards, I received a text, and the question was, good morning, sir. Please, how were you able to carry the crowd along, even though you were meeting them for the first time? And so that actually, okay. So though I was able to explain to her, it was a lady. I was able to explain to her the processes of public speaking, but I felt for her to ask that question, there are thousands and millions of people out there also who need solutions to that, to overcoming their fear of public speaking. And thus, this article, Public Speaking Skill: 7 Tips to Overcome Your Fear. Alright, so it says, what is public speaking? Public speaking is an art of communication involving the transfer of information from one person to another, or group of what person. That's public speaking. So it's a communication. It's not just you, but it's not about you talking. It's about you. It's not a one-way. Okay, it can be a one-way. Yeah, most times it's actually one way. Then afterwards it becomes a two-way. But it's more of you're talking or you're speaking wherever it is, and the people can understand what you're saying. Okay, that makes it a communication. So it's an art of communication involving the transfer of information from one person to another. So the information you transfer can be ideas, it can be facts, it can even be stories, whatever it is. Okay, so that's what public speaking. So let's just go forward and let's see the ways to overcome this public speaking. Number 1 says, face your fear. The truth here is, no one is born knowing the full tips on public speaking skill. We all learned it. I would like to say this: public speaking is like every other skill. Okay, there's this belief that some people are born. You hear what they say: born leadership, made leadership. I don't believe anybody is born with it. People are made. Okay, yes. So same with public speaking. It's a skill. It's like any other high income skills that you can learn. You learn it. So nobody is born as a professional public speaker from birth. No, we learned it. We are fashioned by environment, by the resources we have access to, by self-development and everything else. So it's a skill you can learn. So, and for you to learn, you must face your fear. Okay, the first way to overcome your fear is to understand that you have a fear and be ready to face it. Take every risk to overcome it. Okay, so it's very, very important if you must be a good public speaker. Then I used to think, while I was in school, I think that should be my 100 level. No, okay, secondary school rather. Yes, I was afraid of public speaking than death. If I'm gonna use that word, I prefer you kill me than me stand in front of the crowd and speak. But at some point, I realized that actually I was proud. Because, you see, the only reason why you are afraid of public speaking is because you're thinking of what other people think about you. So when people say, I'm shy, it's dangerous. Because if you fully understand that you going up on stage, you are going there to help these people. You are passing information they don't know. You are going there to teach them something, to explain something to them better, to pass in knowledge, wisdom. So you should not hold that to yourself under the disguise of I'm shy or I can't. No. If truly you have humanity at heart, you face your fear, you take that risk and go up there and speak. Public speaking. So I had to face my fear, and one of the ways I face my fear is not just by reading words or whatever. I had to be practical about it. I remember then I joined the usher department. We have a large hall in school then, secondary school, large hall and FCS. So what I did was I joined the usher. Then I would tell the HOD, that is departmental head, that I want to stay at the front, close to the pastor. I was in secondary school then. Then when I stay close to the pastor, so I'll face that will allow me to face a crowd. So once I face, no, I'm not speaking, I'm not doing anything, I'm just there standing still. So I'll be looking, looking into everybody's eye, one, and it actually helps. Seriously, it helped me. Seriously, it actually helped me. So that was the first way I started. First way I started with facing the fear of what public speaking. So yes, says be yourself. I can't say this enough. Say yes. So one of the major problem with speakers is, or people who have issue with public speaking, is they want to appear professional. See, truth be told, there's a place of professionalism. Yes, you can't take that out. Okay, you don't just want to go there and misbehave. There's a place of professionalism. But much more important is you being yourself. Pass your now. You see, when I say being yourself, it simply means now I'm not asking you to. I'm not asking you to be mediocre or whatever, or just do anything you feel like. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you can be yourself and still pass your message in a very professional way. So that's what I'm trying to. That's the clarity I'm finding here. Be yourself, yet pass the message in a professional way. Okay, don't go about tapping people because you are speaking, tapping their shoulder. No, that's very, very is not the best. Okay, so be professional, be yourself. That explain your ideology, your wisdom, how you see it, the solution you want to offer. Explain it. Be real about it. Yes, but pass it in the best professional way as you can to them. Yes, very, very. So you don't abuse where anybody's ideology, as the case will be. So be yourself, very, very important. Then yes, it's take a pause and breath. Yeah, when you're on stage, I think one of the way or readers, listeners, audience get to know that a speaker is nervous, is speaking very fast. You're just trying to rush things out. So it's a very big problem. So one of the things you can do is take a pause and breath. When you speak, wait. Allow them to digest it. Then go further and speak again. So it allows you to calculate your thoughts. Okay, so the people think when you take time to respond, it means you don't know it. Actually, it's not true. So you have to be take a pause and speak. Okay, it allows you to count your words. It allows you in fact, it helps your articulation. It's you don't have to speak fast. Speak normal and take a pause. Once you notice you're going too fast, once you notice that, okay, you come to that consciousness, stop. No, one of the best, you can ask a question, then use that opportunity to breathe and probably regain your confidence while they're thinking of the answer to the question, then come back again. So that is also another tips to help you overcome your fear, because whenever you take a pause, it allows you to see it. It gives you the consciousness that, hey, you are the boss in here in this room. Every other person is listening to you. All right, so you don't give up your power to them. You gain it back at that moment. So that is very, very important. So then avoid useless words. I can't say this enough. We have, okay, I just mentioned one. Yes, we call them filters. So avoid useless words. So many background, all of that as though you are pronouncing vowels. Just did that again. We make that mistake often, but as much as you can, try to avoid it. And one of the ways, personally, I have noticed that you can overcome this particular issue is always taking a pause and breathe. People who speak slowly don't fall into that trap. Most times it is when you speak fast and you're trying to think of what next to say, so you use those filters to fill in the gap. But actually they are not the best. So try to avoid them. And other things you can also avoid is things like seriously, please don't. I think or I believe. You should know, not think or believe. You should know, or rather, you say, I suggest. As a matter of fact, instead of using as a matter of fact, see, just go ahead and say the same thing without using as a matter of fact. Yes, it says, frankly speaking. Rather than saying frankly speaking, you can say, I'm serious. And so, those two does not go together. You could either use hand or use so. Very, she's very beautiful. Please, very, there's no need to use very. She's beautiful. That, yeah, and a whole lot of that. So let's just go to the fifth one. Now the fifth one here says maintain eye contact. Maintain eye contact. Very, very key when it comes to public speaking. I told you of a story where I had to stay close to the pastor as an usher so as to maintain eye contact with hundreds of students in a hall. Yeah, you have to maintain eye contact. What eye contact does is it helps you take charge of the conversation. So when you look into people's eyes, it helps them focus. It gives you an ideology that, okay, this person is listening to you. Imagine you're speaking to someone and the person is looking elsewhere. You lost interest in that conversation immediately. So when you maintain eye contact with people, it gives them the ideology, or it gives them the belief that you have the interest, that you're speaking to them rather than you looking somewhere else. So maintain eye contact. But what I do is this. In a case where you're not convenient looking into people's eyes, look in between the eyes. Yes, just in between the eyes. And another thing you can do is look at their forehead. So, because some people's eyes can be intimidating, actually, especially when you have seniors. You have people who are far above you, okay, be it in corporate, in the corporate career, or in the maybe by age. So you can feel very comfortable looking to the eyes. What you can do is to look to their foreheads or in between their eyes. Please don't look at their mouths, please, because I've seen a public speaking tip that says that actually it's not the best. Don't look at their mouth. Look in between their eyes or look at their forehead. Then second to last is, it say prepare and practice. No man is better than his prepared self. Whatever thing you don't prepare for, it shows. Then when we're in school, there are some students who don't read for exam yet they pass. And why they see that as a genius or as a rare ability, what I just told them, why I told them then is, see, if you can pass your exam without reading, then it's actually a sign that you do far better when you read. Then why don't you try it? Try to read and see if you not do twice better than you did when you never read. So public speaking is not out of it. You might see yourself as a gifted speaker. There's a chance that when you pick any topic you're given right now, you just knowing the topic, you can say something about it, make a presentation and all of that. It's good and fine. But please, when you have the time, do well to prepare. No matter how short, even if you are having just a town hall meeting and you feel it's not something special, please learn to prepare. Okay, and let me tell you this: preparing is a sign of humility, that you respect those who are coming to listen to you. There is no event I've attended where I'm speaking that I don't stay before my mirror and practice and rehearse. What it does to you, it helps you, it builds you personally, because you get to know where your errors are. It helps you become better. So you're not just looking at you're not open on people's remark about your speech. You already have your own remark before getting to the stage. So I already mark myself before getting to the stage. And that's why, by God's grace today, there's no platform I've spoken where people don't come and say, I love your presentation. Okay, so it's not just enough to have the gifts. Okay, like I said, nobody is born a public speaker. We learn. So it's not enough to have the ability, but you also have to prepare and practice for it. Everything you see me do on stage is something I've done over and over and over while I am alone in the room. So please, very, very important to prepare. Then make use of your time. Make use of your time. We're talking about being professional. Be yourself and being professional. Yes, one of the ways you can be professional also is to make use of your time. Now, if you're given 20 minutes, please eat for 15 minutes. Try to round up by 15 minutes. That's everything. Both the question, if there's a room for question answer or whatever it is you want to do, try to round off by 15 minutes. I remember in my final year defense, my final defense at the university, I was the first to present. I was a course rep, so I was the first to lead the way and present before the professors. And I knew that they are still charged, their body, they are still alive, they're ready to listen to you and also to aim questions at you. I was given 12 minutes and I finished at 7 minutes and was done. And I saw that reaction of, wow, this guy is good in the head. And actually the defense was a huge success, very huge success to me. So I had an A. So what am I saying? Make use of your time. Very, very important. It's something. Okay, just look at what former president of Virginia says. Virginia Alexandra, it says, sometimes the mind can absorb only what the seat can endure. So people can only flow with your speech as far as they can sit. So immediately they start getting tired, their brain starts shutting down. So please don't try to all this issue of please can I have 5. I think it's common in the Christian world, in churches, whenever they invite external pastors, you see them saying, "Man of God, can I have extra 10 minutes?" Come on, I'm sure you were told of the time before you came, and these people have other things in place. So don't ask for extra. No matter how powerful your message is, cover it in that short time that you are given. Okay, it gives you honor, also leaves room for them to call you back again. And that's why one of the things I don't like or avoid is anything that will make them come to the stage to give me paper. I don't like it. Thank God for today's modern public speaking stage. You have a timer, a countdown, so that puts you in check. Just like in the army, if they said army says you are in time, if a meeting is 5 o'clock, you are in time if you are in time. Yeah, you are in time if you come by 5. But you are early if you come 15 minutes before 5. Okay, so they believe 15 minutes before that actual time is what makes you early. So please, also, if you can do that, it's very 15 might be too much in terms of public speaking, but if you can finish 5 minutes, 10 minutes before time, it's something very, very honorable. All right, so that's the end of public speaking skill and my tips. If you have another tip you want to share, please do it to share in the comment section and share the video to everyone. I'll be so glad to hear from you and respond to your comment. Thank you very much. I am Oluboba Hayodiji, an e-commerce consultant and SEO expert. Do have a beautiful day and night. Bye.